Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel, Drop the Tea. And I know this is kind of short notice that I was going to do a live, but I've been seeing some things out here in this YouTube streets that I wanted to discuss with y'all. So as you come in, if you could hit that thumbs up button, I would very much appreciate it. Please and thank you. All right, so we see the thumbnail. Martell is done with coleslaw. Hmm. Hello, rabbits running. Why is Drew sealing her court docs? Hello, Gina J. Hello, Miss Wisconsin. Hello, hello. Yes, Wisconsin, the Cheeseheads, the Brewers. Also the Bucks and the Green Bay Packers. I had a brain freeze for a minute. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Tamika. Hello, Creole Girl. Hello, hello. Hello, Linda Gamble. Hello, hello. I hope all is well. So we're going to be talking about a couple of things because I was looking at a couple of videos earlier today about some different things that, they're talking about Martell, as having buyer remorse. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to watch a couple of clips from another content creator. Also, we're going to talk about Drew and this dragging divorce with her and Ralph. I have never seen a divorce drag this long. Also, what's going on with Drew and Porsha? I'm starting to think, are they doing this for the storyline, Drew, Dennis, and Porsha? Well, all of a sudden they just fell out. And also, why does Ralph want to continue to drag this divorce out? Why do you want to be in the basement, sir? You know what? One thing I don't understand about men, you go out here and cheat and do what you want to do. Then when we've had enough and we tell you we've had enough, let's just go ahead on the file for a divorce. Then all of a sudden you don't want the divorce. So you think you're gonna have your cake and eat it too? Because he was really, really hyped up. Oh yes, I get to stay in the basement. What grown man wants to stay in the basement? Why won't you be, the bigger person here and go find you a studio apartment? Why? Another question is, why won't you turn over your financial records? You was clearly had no problem with taking money out of your account. All alleged and in my very own opinion. Also, why do the other girls have a problem with Drew? Are we picking side here at our grown age? Why can't we just all be cordial in the same room? Is this really about Drew working with Porsha baby daddy? Because I just can't see this. Porsha had went off and got married to Simon. She could give a rat's ass about Dennis. So now that she's getting a divorce from Simon, now she all of a sudden care what Dennis does? This don't make no sense to me. It makes no sense. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is this a storyline? And also, we have Miss Melanie Cherie Hope, who had a nice Easter weekend with her children. I do see Letitia Scott them. They had a weekend, Easter weekend too, but it wasn't for no kids. I'm confused with this. Only thing I see that them at Black popping bottles. Just saying. Teach their own. Did I say Hope? I said Melanie Cherie Rogers. Did I say that rabbit's running? Hello, TNT, Gma. Hello, hello, hello. So, are we not getting reality TV anymore? Are we just getting storylines now? Because if that's what it is, just say that. Just don't call it reality TV. Just say, y'all acting. Just say that. Because I'm starting to get with Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now we got Roa. We getting axed here. Just saying. Then we got Coleslaw on the thumbnail here. She's been pretty quiet. I heard Martell on the outs again. So we're gonna talk about all of it. We're gonna talk about all of it. Also, the side chicks are getting pretty bold. Like I was talking about last night, going to people's house. Now look, if you want to be a side chick, that's your own personal business. Don't come to nobody's fucking house. You know, don't do that. You might walk the fuck over here, but you're gonna limp back if you get back. Cause I'm the type of person, you come to my damn, I'm gonna drag your ass to this motherfucking house. You might not get back out. Cause you done walk your bold ass over here up to my door. So you looking for some action. Your ass might not get back out. Just saying. I do not promote any violence on this channel. I do not promote violence on this channel. But let's get into some housekeeping. Hello, Mama Bees. Hello, hello. 24 likes and 44 in the chat. Can we please get those likes up, please? And thank you. Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. There is an allowance for fair use of copyrighted material for such purposes as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, research, and learning. Fair use, fair use. I do not own the rights to any of these clips that I may show on my channel. I do not own the rights to any of the clips. Also, let's get the other one out the way here. All things said are alleged and in my very own opinion. It's for entertainment purposes only. All things said on my channel are alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Fair use, fair use. Guys, can we please get the likes up? Even if you're in the bushes, if you can jump on down and hit the thumbs up button, I would very much appreciate it. We're almost at the 10-minute mark. Look, somebody come up to my damn door. Your ass getting drugged up in here. Just saying. Because you don't walk your bold ass on up over here to my fucking door. So you must want to come in. So I'm gonna let your ass come in. Come on in. I don't want to hear shit about, oh, well, your husband, I bought him such and such. Hey, I'm gonna handle that. But if your dumb ass bought a married man some shit, your ass need to get the treatment you got. And I'm sick of these damn side chicks saying, oh, I didn't know he was married. Lady, we grown. Anybody can tell if somebody is married, even without a ring. We know all the signs. We have the women intuition. So don't come to me with this stupid bullshit. But let me knock on wood. I have not had anyone come to my door or even call me. But not to say, I tell people this all the time. When your boyfriend or girlfriend or wife or husband walk out the door, they can tell you they're going one place. They could be going somewhere else. So I always say that. So I will never say what my husband won't do or what have you. You'll know what a person will do when they're not with you. So just a word of advice. You don't know what nobody's going to do. You never going to fully know nobody. And I hate when people say, oh, I fully know my wife and husband. No, you don't. I could snap the fuck out. I could black out. Did you know I was going to black out? But you said you know me. So I could black out. Just saying. Just saying, y'all. Please hit the like button. Hello, Mary Willis. Hello, Linda Gabble. Thank you guys for coming over here modding for me. I very much appreciate it. All right, we're almost at that 10-minute mark. So, let's just not forget that we all are human. Shit, sometimes we don't know what our own self will do. We don't know what we'll do. If we pushed, to that point or pushed in the corner, we don't know what we'll do. We say we won't do nothing, but hey, shit, it gets today might be the fucking day that you get your wig pulled back. Just saying. I do not promote violence on this channel. I do not promote violence on this channel. All right, y'all, we got 51 people in here, so we should have 51 likes. Hello, Miss Boss Chick. Hello, Sharon. We got 38 likes and 53 in the chat. Can we get those likes up, please? And thank you. Now, I looked at the video before I brought it to you guys, and some of the stuff in the video makes sense to me. So we're at that 10-minute mark, so let's get started. So, is Martell throwing shade at Ariane Curry, aka Coleslaw? Does he have buyer's remorse? Or is he just broke and wish he had Melody back? Or are they both broke and wish that he had stayed with his wife so they can continue to get income? Because I know some people say that Martell don't miss Melody, he missed the income. I don't think that's true, but over here, we can agree to disagree. We can have our own opinions. I think Martell missed both. He missed Melody and the lifestyle that she provided for their household. How about that? I think he missed both, the lifestyle and what she provided for the household. You don't miss, your good thing till it's gone. You don't miss your well till it run dry. So maybe, this is what it is. But let's take a look at this, guys, and let me know what y'all think. So let's take a look here, and we can see, some of the things. And I know some people on that show miss Melody, but they won't come out here and say it. I think they miss Melody. Just in my opinion, I think they do. They probably want to ask business advice. They might want to ask her some questions. Melanie has cut off all contact for everybody, even Linnell Fletcher. Sometimes you think people are your friend. You done know them for years. And when some money get involved, you see, who your real friends are. They'll backstab your ass for the limelight or the money. Just saying. Because in the beginning, like I said, I liked Linnell. I thought she was a great friend to Mel. But as time went on, we saw her being with Stormy and being with Melanie Ops. But if Melanie's supposed to be your friend, why are you hanging out with the Ops? You're not only hanging out with the Ops, you flying wherever they at. So, was Melanie really your friend? Or were you really using Melanie to try to get your ass on the show like other people were doing? But let's take a look, guys, to see here what's going on.
Legal victory in the Marie Scott court case. And the fallout from that could shake the entire cast dynamic and the future of the show as we know it. From shady Instagram posts to courtroom battles, we've got every juicy detail lined up for you, so don't even think about clicking away. Let's start with the king of chaos himself, Martell Holt. If you've been following his saga with Ariane Curry, you already know this is no ordinary story. It's full of betrayal, heartbreak, scandal, and now some very calculated public jabs. Martell, who once defended Ariane despite the backlash, is now making it crystal clear that he regrets ever being involved with her. The internet is shook. Fans are reacting, and even some of the cast members are side-eyeing him. So what exactly did he say? In a recent Instagram post, and during several interviews, Martell referred to Ariane as nothing more than a lesson. Not a partner, not a mistake, a lesson. Y'all, that one word carries so much weight, and the way he said it, cold, detached, and dripping with passive-aggressive regret. He essentially said that being with her was something he had to go through to grow. That's not just a jab. That's a whole karate kick to her character and their history. But that's not all. Martell didn't stop there. He hinted that Ariane misled him, suggesting that she had ulterior motives during their entire affair.
Deep in the oldest part of Cairo, there's a mysterious salon known as the Crown Temple, run by a group of Black women in their...
And while he didn't spill every detail, he made sure the implication was loud and clear. He's done taking the blame alone. Now many fans are asking, why now? Why is Martell going after Ariane after all this time? Could it be that he's trying to win back public favor by finally distancing himself from the woman the world saw as the reason behind his broken marriage with Melody Sherry? Is this all a calculated move to clean up his image and be seen as a man who learned from his mistakes? Or is this just classic Martell, shifting blame, dodging accountability, and stirring the pot for more screen time? Social media has been wild with speculation. Some believe Martell is trying to rebrand himself as the misunderstood, changed man. Others aren't buying it and think this is just more manipulation to stay relevant. But one thing's for sure, Ariane's silence speaks volumes. She hasn't clapped back. Not yet. And that has fans watching closely. Because let's be real, when Ariane finally does respond, she might come with screenshots, secrets.
So, do we think that what Martell is doing, he said coleslaw was his lesson. What does he mean by lesson? Let me know what y'all think in the chat. What does he mean by a lesson? Oh, Martell Holt has a lot of fans, you guys. They drool over Martell. What do you call these women? They are what do you call them? Martell has a lot of women that are fans of his. So he does have fans. And y'all got to get Coleslaw got some fans too. Coleslaw, even though we don't, it's hard for us to believe, Coleslaw has fans too. They might be side chicks themselves or were side chicks, so they are her fans. They think Melanie is to blame for everything. They think Melanie was lying all the time. So she has fans, and then Martell has fans too. He has pick Mishas. So Martell and Ariane do have fans. They even got some men and women rooting for them. So they do have some fans. So it's not that they don't. Martell has a lot of pick Mishas. I don't know, by him working out, they think he got a nice body. Or what it is, but Martell Holt does have fans. You have women that come and defend him all the time. So they do have some fans, maybe it's the side chick coalition. Just saying. Hello, Shishi. Yes, they are pick-me's, but some people like Coleslaw. I don't know why. I don't know if are they just side chicks, the one that like her. I don't know what it is. Some people, say when this happened that she was young. She was of age. She was of age when all this happened. But the lesson, what got me, that really kind of resonated with me a lot, where he said that she was his lesson. Where I'm taking it as how can I put it? She taught him a lesson where he feels that he shouldn't have cheated on Melody. That's his biggest lesson. For nobody. For a nobody, a nothing. He's realizing that now. So maybe, he can, stop waiting on Melody and going on about his business. If she was a lesson, maybe he should come out on this internet and say that. Go on his IG page and say, I was wrong. I fucked up. I know I can never get Melanie back, but I do want to apologize to her and my kids. And he could do it in a way where he don't have to bash, Coleslaw if that's what, he wants to do. But I think that would be the appropriate thing to do if he's trying to rebrand himself. Or this could just be for the show. But narcissists are not, to me, they're not going to let their guard down. I think he likes the chaos, him and Ralph both. They like to drag out the divorces. But while you was out there in the street cheating, you weren't thinking about all this. And I think people who cheat, and then when they get caught, they want to say, okay, I quit. Because I think to these men or women who cheat, I think it's the adrenaline for them, the rush, the sneaking part that I think they get a thrill out of, especially narcissists. to think that they got one up on you or they got the upper hand. Then when you catch their ass, they say, okay, I want out. They don't like that because they're losing control. They want to have you under control with them so they can suck everything out of you, to me. Because if if I'm not good enough for you, want to run around here and cheat, why do you drag the divorce on? Why do you drag the child custody hearing on? What is the problem? Why do you want to stay in the basement? If we didn't grow apart, I wasn't giving you what you needed. If I was not giving you what you needed and you were not giving me what I needed, why are we dragging, the proceedings on here? Let's just cut our losses and go on about our business. What is the long out, drag out for? And why would someone want to live and continuously live in a basement with a person he doesn't like? Why does a person want to keep on dragging out a child custody case? Why? Why do you want to keep this up? If y'all say y'all want to do what's in the best interest of the kids, why do you keep on dragging the custody out? Why do you keep on dragging the divorce out? Why? Why can't we just cut our losses and go on about our business? You get the kids when you want them. I'll get the kids when I want them, if that's what you want. Or I'll keep the kids all week. You come get them on the weekend. What is the problem? That should not be hard for anybody to do. If it's money involved, property, let's sell the property, split it down the middle. Let's divide up the money and split it down the middle. This should not be this hard. If y'all really want to be done with each other, let's not drag this out here. Let's just go. But what is the problem here? Why do you make things so hard? And these men say they alpha men. What man wants to be in the fucking basement of their soon to be ex-wife? Why? If you don't want each other, if you are alpha man, won't you go out and get your damn apartment? He said he got money. So what is the hole up here? Nobody should not have to tell you how to do custody with your kids. Y'all can come up with a plan on your own. Like I just said. Okay, somebody can have them on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Are you having the first part of of Christmas? I'll get them the second part. This is not that hard. I'll take them half for the summer, you take them the other half. Which one you want? What part you want? Beginning or the end? You for the birthday, you want to get them exactly on their birthday or the day after? Which one? Or the day before? So how is this hard? I don't understand. You pay if they go to private school, we pay half, split it down the middle. Whatever they need, we can just split it down the middle. What is hard about this? Because if we don't want each other no more, what's the problem? Why do we have to keep dragging this on? We making the lawyers rich. But we could just do this ourselves. We could go to mediation and put this on all this shit right there on the fucking table. And this is what it is. That's all I'm saying. What? We don't need no fucking court. I'm just being honest here. What is hard about this for two people who don't want to be together no more? Split everything down the middle. Then, like I said, this is not hard. Why are we prolonging this? Or, hey, I'm going to say in Melanie's case, Melanie ain't prolonging anything. She's just trying to get her kids and just go on. Martell is doing this to hold on to control of Melanie. That's the last piece of control he can have on Melanie. Because Melanie can't leave Alabama. Excuse me, Huntsville. Now think about it. If he would just let that part go and let Melanie be gone. So I don't understand this. But this is the shit that the narcissists do. They don't want to lose control, because if you don't argue with them, it's like they losing their strength. They don't have anything. They like to suck the energy out of you. They like to argue. They want to keep chaos up all the time. That's the only thing I can see it is. And him and Ralph, they need each other. They deserve to be friends because they do the same exact bullshit. Same shit. What you want to stay in the basement for? He was so happy that the judge said he could continue to stay in the basement. And then, we as parents, if our kids are wrong, we need not to uphold our kids. And I think that was his daddy that was with him in the car, where his dad was like, they want you to leave your house that you pay mortgage at? What you mean? What the hell you mean? I think where Ralph get this shit from, his daddy. His kids are there. How is that his house? They married. That's both of their house. Look, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. But we're going to get into a little bit more of this right here. Because you know what? I think as long as the court system keeps letting Martell drag this child custody case out, he's going to keep dragging it out. He's going to keep changing lawyers. He's going to keep dragging it out. He wants to make Melanie life miserable. And now he done got Destiny on the train. So Destiny's going to do this to LeBerry. She going to keep flipping lawyers. That's what they're going to do. Both of them some narcissists. And Ralph too. They think this shit is a game. Now, the people, Melanie, classy woman, LeBerry, was a decent man. And, Drew is decent to me. But you got Ralph, you got Destiny, and you got Martell that are narcissists. They think this is a game. Now, like I say, people think they know you. What if one of them snap? They sick of the shit. Somebody could get their fucking head busted. Again, I do not promote violence on this page. I do not promote violence. But sometimes you keep pushing people, they will snap. Because that's draining. To keep going back and forth to court, back and forth. For what? Then when Destiny's case, right? Just say, look, Derek say the hell with it. Go ahead and keep her. Then he'll be labeled as a deadbeat fucking dad. Then just say Melanie and Drew say, okay, you want the kids? Go ahead. You want the house? Just have it. Then they go on about their business. Oh, she a deadbeat mama. Then they get to tell the kids she deadbeat. This is what I think they want to talk about. They want to be able to label you as a deadbeat. Because sometimes people will say the hell with it and just whatever. But see, this is the thing. Just say she did give Martell full custody. How is he going to provide for them? He has no income. The 4-piece nuggets are used to a different type of life than the one that Martell has. They just go along and go over to his house because they got to. But if they didn't, I don't think those kids would want to go over there if they didn't have to. Just in my opinion. Allegedly. I don't think. Do you think the kids that they live on a hill in a mansion, do you think they want to go over there with Coleslaw and him? No. If they have their choice, I don't think so. And then look at the law. He enjoys being with LeBerry. He seems so happy when he with LeBerry. Just saying. I think the court should be asking these kids where they want to go. That would be my thing. Why the courts don't ask the kids where they want to go? I think Melanie kids, the 4-piece nuggets, are old enough to tell where they want to go. Martell know he don't have the proper tools to take care of them kids with. And better yet, even feed them. So, the manly thing he could do is say, Mel, you go ahead and get full custody. Just let me see my kids when I want to see them. That would be good. I don't think Melanie would have a problem with that. but he ain't gonna do it. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do it. Coleslaw said, "Oh, well, Martell thinking about giving her full custody." No, he just telling you that your ass that to shut your ass up and keep asking him. But he don't wants to lose that control of Melody. If Melody maybe have to drop the kids off or anything, he wants to get that glance of Melody, and he really wants the glance of Melody because she no longer on that damn show. So this is just something narcissists do. Do Martell regret that he lost every goddamn thing he had? Yes. Does he look like a fucking fool to his friends and family? Yes. But I guess when you're in the heat of the moment, you're not thinking about losing all your shit. Now, they said that Coleslaw, what did she just say? Tricked him? How can somebody with shit trick you? What did she promise you? She didn't have shit with you when you met her. So how could she trick you? What did she do? How could you get tricked? Would it be the other way around? You tricked her, making her think that you had money, that you were the breadwinner, you was the brains, everything. So I don't care for Coleslaw, but I think he told her all the shit that she's saying. Just saying. Just saying, y'all. Just saying. As you come in, please hit that thumbs up button. Hello, my lady. Hello, hello. Doc Willie said they've been with Melanie a lot. From what I see. Okay. Tamika said they probably would like to hang out with him, but not live with him. I don't think them kids want to live with Martell. Let's just take a look and see for Easter what Melanie had. Melanie and those kids have so much fun together. Melanie work all the time, but she still balance things out for her kids. If Melanie doing a TikTok live, when that TikTok live is over, Melanie on the next thing smoking. She out of there. The only time you really see Melanie go on a vacation or something like that for a weekend or whatever is if Martell got the kids. Then you might see her go on a 2-day vacation or something like that, or she got the kids with her, or she bringing the kids with her for the TikTok. So she's a damn good mother. To have this much stuff going on with her businesses and to still have time to go up to her kids' school, go to their practices, do parties for them, help them with their homework. And some people say they can't even do all that. So let's just take a look to see what Melanie had going on for Easter, y'all. Well, let's take a look at Black first. Black had a grown people Easter party. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what you want to do. That's what you do. Turn this down, guys. So Black had a Easter party. Let's take a look at it. So Black said outside Easter weekend. Bottle specials, hookah, food, cigars, doors open at 11 a.m. Good vibes. They're open from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. They got some nice music playing. So they having some Friday and Sunday. Well, they did have some Friday and Sunday. April 18th and also April 20th. So they had some stuff going on. They said they open daily at 11 a.m. Kitchen opens at 2 p.m. Okay. They gonna have DJs there. They had DJs there. Your Easter weekend headquarters. Okay. All right. What y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that for the weekend? They had that for the weekend. What y'all think? No, they don't do anything for the community or kid friendly. I was gonna say that. Who is this? August 7th. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's see what Mel did for the kids for the weekend, guys. Let me just go to Mel's page here. She had some type of Halloween thing excuse me, Easter, like an Easter party for the kids. Now Melanie always, like I said, Melanie about her kids. So let's see. She had a nice Easter. One second here. Okay, let me pause it here, guys. Good food. So wait a minute. Don is there, baby. Don is there. Don is at the Easter party. I love how Don be dancing, y'all. I do. I love how Don be dancing. Don be getting down, y'all. Hey, 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 hey. Come on. Come on, come on. Hey. Don be making doing the robot. Don always doing the robot. Is that Don's mother or sister or somebody? And I think no, that's and Miss Van is there as well. I like how she got her here. Yeah, that's Miss Van. And Miss Deborah. I think that's one of Melody's workers there. Melody always have a good time. You know, her workers are like her family, so they always have a good time. She invite them over. I don't know why this keep pausing, but she always have a good time. Woo! Woo! Oh, oh, hey, hey, hey. I can't have that much music on these videos. Oh, that is so beautiful.
Running for the.
I can't play that music. Let me let y'all see this food Melanie had. Excuse me. She had really good food. So Melody, there was another one on here that I wanted y'all to see. So Melanie had a really, really um good Easter for the kids. Let me get this other one here. Hello, Simply Beautiful. Hello, hello. Melanie had another one on here that she had where I think she had some type of Easter party. Let's see. So Melody, like I said, she always has something good, good for the kids all the time. Let me see what is this one. I think it's on here. I think it's on here. Let me see. She always has something nice for the kids all the time. I think she had like I know she did a Easter egg hunt for the kids, and then she also let me see if it's on here. Oh, Miss Van page. Wait a second here. Wait a minute. I think it's on Miss Van's page. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me make sure it's on here. Okay, it's on Miss Van page. Here we go. I think she had to, she can't show the kids. I think she put it on Miss Van's page. So let's take a look here.
Getting ready to have our Easter celebration at the house. And Melody has really done it up for the kids and our guests today. The kids are so excited. And we are back from church, getting ready to have our Easter celebration at the house. And Melody has really done it up for the kids and our guests today. The kids are so excited. And she sleeps. one of her famous power naps. I knew she was going to get tired. And she sleeps. One of her famous.
So Melanie, let me see here. Oh, that's I think that's Boss Baby. Oh Lord, let me cut that music down. Boss Baby always dancing. Okay, Boss Baby. Okay, so that's them for that was Melanie for Miss Van showing us some of the stuff they was doing for Easter. But there was another one on here that they had that I cannot find. But was another one they were showing like different stuff Melanie had did for the kids for Easter. And like I just said, Martell, he wouldn't have did none of this for the kids. He wouldn't have did none of this for the kids. So that's why I say, they saying that, that he said he want the kids. He can't do none of this. He not able. Martell is not able to do any of this for the kids at all. I'm just trying to see if I can find out one more clip here. Let me see here. Okay, guys. So, what did y'all think of Melanie? Hello, Cindy G, my member, and T Sipper. Hello, hello, hello. You said that's why Martell is mad. On another note, he can't provide for them either. No, he can't. Hello, Alicia. You said he probably couldn't afford to buy eggs. Hello. I don't think he did nothing at all. I don't think he likes to have the kids on the holidays because he can't provide for them. But he did say that one time before, though, guys. He did say that a lot of the times when Melody have the kids more than him, he said he was used to taking the kids to do stuff, and now he's in a financial situation where he's not able to take the kids to do a lot of stuff now. Let's see. Miss Van said our house today, so Miss Van may be staying with them. She's living with them. That's a good thing. Yes, if Miss Van is staying with Melody, that is a good thing. Let me see what you. Hello, my sweet. Let's see. You said Mary said that's why she don't mind spending her money with Melanie, and she loves her kids. Yes, she loved them kids, and that's what Martell knows this. Martell knows Melanie loves those kids, so that's why he's doing all this. Let me see, Shishi. Um, sometimes I know a lot of people. They think if we show Melody them that and Martell them that we want Melody to be back with Martell. That's not the case. We just do memory lane sometime. And then if I hear something that's going on, I will bring it out here so y'all can see it. Let's see here. Give me just a second here. I'm trying to. Okay. I'm trying to see it. When y'all send me stuff, I do like to acknowledge it that you guys sent it to me. I'm trying to find it here. Let's see. Okay, so then I'm gonna be looking for that in 1 second here. Okay, so let's move on. But I'm gonna be looking for that video. What is going on with Drew and Ralph? What is going on with Drew and Ralph? From what I see here, Ralph is acting like he don't want the divorce now. That's what I'm taking it as. He doesn't want the divorce now. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look. Let's look at that. Let's look at Ralph when they go to court. And this is another thing. Drew keeps saying she's protecting Ralph because they're asking her, why don't you want the course document? Why do you want them sealed? She said there's a lot of stuff in there about Ralph. She said she's protecting Ralph. I don't think that's the case at all. I don't. What the hell are you protecting Ralph for? Why? Let's just take a
divorce process prolongs itself. It makes things more.
So, does he have traits of Martell Holt with this divorce? Why does he keep pushing this link out here? Why does he keep pushing the link out? And he thinks this is a fucking joke. You see what he said? I get to stay in the house. Why? Why do you want to stay in the house, sir? What is the problem here? I think they like torturing their ex-wives. That's what I think it is. What name did you put it under? Because I just looked, I didn't see it. I think they like torturing their ex-wife. That's the only thing I could come up with. Excuse me. 101 likes, okay, and 150 in the chat. Let's get those likes up, please, and thank you. That's why Martell is okay. I think I read that one. Wait 1 second here. Let's see here. I can't wait until Mel is able to just be rid of Martell. 5 years too long, right? Just too long. The devil's always attacking the closest thing in to you. Yep, which is the kids. Point 84. Hello, hello, hello. I didn't get it. She sent it to me again. Send it to my DM. At Drop the T. Send it to my DM. Cindy said, Ralph is another Martell. I see where this is going with him and Drew. Yes, he just keep on. He was so happy when they said he didn't have to leave the house. You think Ralph and Drew are still together? You think this is the storyline? Okay. That's why I say a lot of this is acting. You said Ralph is happy because if he had to move, he would still have to pay all the bills and the child support. I'm happy for him. Drew don't want us to know she is bi and all types of stuff will come out. Okay. Now we've seen her with a tie. 114 likes, 143 in the chat. Let's get those likes up, please, and thank you. You said Drew and Ralph is playing in our faces. Okay. Hello, Charnel Monet, my member and tea sipper. Hello, hello. You said Drew is an actor. Let's see. You said if he wants to stay, I will move out. Yeah, I will go. You said let me put it. Okay, go ahead, Shishi. You said both of them are fake Drew and Ralph storyline. Okay. Linda said both of them were cheating during the course of the marriage. I thought it was just Ralph that was cheating. I didn't know Drew was cheating. I thought after she, well, they said Ralph was sexy. Sexting, I guess that's another word for he was sending text by whatever. And y'all know Ralph went to Miami. Didn't nobody know who he was there with. And he just left. Didn't tell Drew nothing, just left. So he was out here messing with other women. Now, we did know that she was with Ty, but they never claimed to be a couple or anything like that. Hey, baby girl, 1981. You said, okay, Linda. All right. Okay. Now let's get over here. We're going to put a dart in there for just a second here. Let's move over here to Marvin Sapp. So he done came up with some lame excuse again. Here we go with him. This you just can't justify why you did them people like that. In 1 second here. Thank you, Linda. So Marvin Sapp, right? He's still trying to justify why he had these people hostage at this church, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Let me see here. So let's take a look at here to see why Marvin Sapp is against, want us to know why he had these people in here hostage. Why? That's just alleged. It's all alleged. So let's take a look here.
Was very concerned about her. She also had allegedly joined his church. And so Marvin Sapp was concerned because it's one thing to be stalking somebody, but when you physically show up to somebody's home and have communication, and at the time the children were young, because the story came out April 2014 regarding Miss Talika. That's actually when they found her body. She went missing back, I believe it was December of 2013, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait a minute, guys.
But
let me take this back some, y'all. Wait 1 second. Let me take this back some, y'all.
For Tawana Grant, if y'all missed that, y'all need to go and check that out. That video is amazing. Right now, we're going to be talking about Marvin Sapp. You guys, I got some information, and I really think it's going to explain some of the behavior that Marvin Sapp is doing right now. I want to say hello to all of y'all. Yes, we are live right now. This is not an upload. This is live. Our other 2 videos that we have coming up today, we're going to be talking about Pastor Kelly Steele. Y'all seen the video? She has a book that's out. Her and her husband have been pastoring for quite some time, but Pastor Steele is telling about her walk with her marriage and her husband cheating and how she would iron his clothes because she knew he was going out with the other woman.
Yes,
I'm going to tell you my take on all that. Yes, it's a viral video, and that's coming up at 9 p.m. tonight here on the Juice Radio and Talk Show. We're also going to be discussing Pope Francis, his passing, and what I feel that means. That's this on the screen so you guys can see this. We're going to get a lot of information, you guys, because details. Marvin Sapp, which in my thought, this is my thought, my opinion, I believe Marvin Sapp's past and his childhood and the traumatic things that he went through, yes, some of the things he did to himself regarding his cocaine use, regarding his alcohol abuse, regarding his marijuana abuse, all at young ages, and him being disobedient and him just going through this stage of where, you know, the kids, they get in this stage where they feel like nobody can tell me nothing. His rebellious stage, as he stated. I'm going to bring all that up because I'm thinking, and this is my thought, my opinion, I'm thinking that some of that rebellion in him, that fight back mode, is not gone. Yep. That's kind of what I'm listening to, what I'm thinking. But let me go ahead and play this. Now, this is from the PAW convention, you guys. And remember, this is the video where Marvin Sapp was stating he did not say lock the doors, basically implying that the people were able to leave whenever they wanted. But listen to this. And I kept the CC up, the closed caption. I kept that up because I want y'all to look at what it's saying in case you miss hearing what he is saying. Y'all keep those comments coming. Make sure that when you come in, click a thumbs up on this video. I truly appreciate it. I need all the thumbs up on this video. Y'all like it, okay? Like it, like it, like it, all right? Let's go ahead and listen to this, you guys.
Bishop Brooks, thank you for having me, sir. I greatly appreciate it. Let me practice on the saints. You still out there? Yes. Keep coming. That's it. Listen, look at us. Look at us. Look at us. Yeah. Now, after you come up here, you can open the doors. Y'all go out.
That part. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? He says here, after you guys come up, you can close the doors. Now you can open the doors. Now wait, let's back this up a little bit. And y'all see the caption up here, right? You see the caption. So let's just bring this back a little bit. Let's just bring this back a little bit. Okay. Okay. All right, here you go. Sure, you come this way before you go out that door. Out the other door is what he was talking about, okay? Let's go ahead and go.
Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk.
Wow.
1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving. That's it. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Listen to this part coming up closely and watch the words on the bottom of the screen.
I'm done. Y'all gonna take this mic from me, please? I'm about to go get in my truck. I'm going to my hotel. I got me some fruit. I'm doing fruit now. Fruit and water. I'm trying to keep it long life and keep it together. Long life. I'm trying to stick around as long as possible. It is. It's been fun. Yeah. Y'all keep giving.
Okay, he's reminding the people
Keep
giving. And remember, he told the people all to come down to the front. I'm going somewhere with this. This is very important. So y'all stay with me on this, okay? Here we go. He's going to turn to the gentleman in the blue right here. I'll have a conversation real quick, thanking him for allowing him to be there. And there's a few key things I'm going to point out.
Bishop Brooks, thank you for having me, sir. I greatly appreciate it. Let me practice on the saints.
This part, when I heard this part, you guys, he said, letting me practice on the saints. Ooh, but that's not my key point. Watch this next part.
You still out there? Yes. Keep coming. That's it. Let's look at us.
Keep coming. The people are still giving. He's telling them, keep coming.
Look at us. Look at us. Yeah. Now.
This part, he's saying now, after everyone is given, basically, then they can open back the doors. Here we go.
You come up here, you can open the doors.
He says, now after you come up here, you can open the doors. He says, now after you come up here, you can open the doors. So for him to say he did not lock anyone in, for him to say that people could basically go in and out when they wanted, when he made this statement right here, which I had missed this statement, but shout out to Global Impact YouTube page. I went on his channel and he pointed out this part. So shout out to him. You guys know I don't take credit of my own. If I found this on somebody else, I always give them credit. So y'all go over to Global Impact's YouTube channel. But look at this. It says, now after you come up here, you can open the doors. So I want to hear what y'all have to say about this. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into some more. I got some more info.
Okay. So there you got it right there. There we go. It proves that he had these people locked in his church. Please hit the like button as you come in, guys. Because after you give the money, then you can leave out. So if they had the doors closed, right? So that's what I was saying to y'all. So if you did not have the $20, how were they going to let you out? Because did y'all hear what he said? Once they come up there and get the $20, then you could open the door. So how are you going to get out if you didn't get the $20? Were they going to try to hold you in there? Hello, Judy. Hello. Hello, Misty. Hello. Oh, you said Martell and Coleslaw have fans. Their fans don't buy nothing they are selling. They showed up. I think she got Coleslaw has this one lady that always buys her clothes from her. I just see one particular lady that advertised like whenever she had the boutique up and running, if that's what you want to call it. This one lady buys stuff from her. That's all I see is one. Martell, he was supposed to come out with the athletic line that he was going to be selling over there on the tickety top, and it never came through. So I don't know if he had the cost, the startup fee to get the athletic wear, because y'all know that they're not filming. So where's he gonna get the money from? Ain't nobody in Huntsville messing with him, because they all know he's a scam artist. Let's see here. Hello, Cynthia. So you think they're playing in our face too, Cynthia? You think they want to compare to Mel and Martell? I can see that. Dora says CK is his karma. Okay, yes. Now I showed it earlier where Martell said that Coleslaw is his lesson. So every time he look at her, he gonna look at this as a lesson. Look at her as a lesson. So what do y'all think that he means by that when he say Coleslaw is his lesson? Let me know what y'all think. What do Martell mean when he said Coleslaw is his lesson? You said that was wrong. You said folks are so obedient at the wrong time. You're right. Yes, Jacqueline. Welcome. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that that these church people are doing. The one clip where the pastor, the first lady, knew her husband was cheating on her. She said that she would iron his clothes for him to go be with the next woman. I thought I was hearing things. I just really, you have that low self-esteem like that you will iron your husband clothes for him to go be with his other woman. I don't know. You said not to cheat with someone that doesn't have anything. You're right about that. She is his lesson that he learned. He learned to never mess with nobody like her again. Right. Let's just take a look and see what else he was saying. Give me 1 second here. Yes, she. I did get your clip. Your clip as well. Give me just a second here. Let's take a look at this right here. Nope, I didn't want to do that. 1 second.
And stories that could turn this whole situation upside down. Could she have receipts that show Martell wasn't as innocent as he's now claiming to be? Could her silence be the calm before a storm that could wreck what little public sympathy Martell has managed to regain? This isn't just about petty, Drama. This could spill over into future episodes of Love and Marriage. Huntsville in a big way. If Ariane finally decides to speak her truth, the whole cast could be affected. You know the show loves a scandal, and with Melody already keeping her distance from Martell, imagine what could happen if Ariane exposes more dirt. Fans are speculating that next season could bring an on-camera confrontation, or at least some off-camera fallout that forces everyone to take sides. Melody, Martell, Ariane, and even Carlos King himself could get pulled into the mess. But just when you thought the drama had peaked, boom. Here comes the OWN network with a massive legal win that just might flip the entire Lamped universe on its head. The court case involving Maurice Scott had been looming in the background for months. Fans were nervous, the cast was tense, and no one really knew what was going to happen. The allegations were serious: financial misconduct, fraud, business, betrayal. It wasn't just tabloid fluff. This was the kind of thing that could ruin reputations, wreck businesses, and put the entire show in jeopardy. If Maurice had lost, OWN might have been forced to part ways with one of its central cast members. That would have left a hole in the storyline so big, it could have derailed an entire season. But guess what? Maurice and the OWN network came out swinging, and they won. The case was officially dismissed. The judge ruled in Maurice's favor, clearing him of all accusations and essentially wiping the slate clean. And let's not downplay how major this is. This isn't just a victory for Maurice. It's a power move for the network. It tells everyone loud and clear: OWN stands behind its cast, and it's not backing down just because someone throws a lawsuit into the mix. Now let's be clear. This victory doesn't mean Maurice is a saint, but it does mean that whatever they tried to pin on him didn't stick. It means he gets to walk back onto that.
Now, I think that's a lie. We know OWN got their case dismissed, but Maurice still has his case on and going. So OWN got to walk away for the second time. The second time, but Maurice is still going to court. So Maurice did not win anything. He did not get dismissed from the case. Maurice allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, from what I heard and seen from the court documents, Maurice is still going to court. OWN has been released, not Maurice. Let me know in the chat if I'm wrong. You believe Martell and Coleslaw are trying to keep relevant? Okay. Hello, Linnell. They don't have a storyline? None of them have the storyline. The storyline was supposed to be the grooming allegations for next season. But when Melody left, that threw a monkey wrench in everything. So they had to scramble to try to come up with some storylines. You guys, the storyline was supposed to be when Destiny was talking about the grooming, that was supposed to carry on into season 10, but Melody put a dagger in that. Not today, Satan. Y'all won't have another fucking storyline off me. And my personal opinion, I think that they were going to harp on that for the next season, where everybody was talking about the grooming allegations and things like that. But when Melody quit, they had no other storyline to go with. And if they do come back, it don't make me one way or the other because I'm not gonna be watching it. I don't know what they're gonna do unless somebody chooses to tell their story. If there was infidelity in their marriage, I don't know what the big deal is. If it was infidelity, it was infidelity. Y'all still together because apparently y'all accepted it. In my opinion. Yeah, some of it does too, Cindy. Yes. Yes, only OWN network got to walk away. Not Maurice. Yes, Jacqueline. OWN was removed, but not Maurice. But see, this is the thing. I don't think OWN should have been sued at all. I think Kingdom Reigns should have been sued. Carlos should have been his kingdom reign should have been sued, not owned. Allegedly, and in my personal opinion, Kingdom Reign should have been the one that got sued. You know, that would have been my opinion. You know, that's just my opinion. I think Kingdom Reign, instead of Own being liable, I think Kingdom Reign should have been liable. And another thing, you know, Maurice is supposed to be this great lawyer. Where is his lawyer? He's trying to defend his own self and don't know what he's doing. So he's messing up his own shit. Just saying. No, Martell, he's saying that coleslaw is his lesson. So she's his lesson. Let's see here. Oh, let's talk about, now I wasn't planning on talking about this today, but we can go ahead and talk about this as well. Where Ernesto, yeah, I know old Shirley Strawberry. Where let me bring it up here. Let me get it up here. We're gonna talk about this. Ernesto. 1 second. I do not own the rights to any of these clips here. Shout out to Pam. So let's see here what Ernesto is up to. Give me 1 second. And he's another one. He is another one. Let's take a look at here.
About law for like 50 million. I think it's 50 million they asking for, but you know, that's just the initial asking price. You know how folks do. Just throw numbers on pleadings. And it sounds like somebody he actually has some form of a relationship with at some point.
Wait a minute, guys. So we're gonna be talking about Ernesto here.
They just figured out I was on and all of that.
You have 1 minute remaining.
So I need you guys to follow instructions and hit that like and subscribe button. All right. I'm going to thank you guys already for supporting your girl. I appreciate that. Only Me 23 gifted 1 membership. Thank you so much for the love and the support. T-Rain said, yes, ma'am, sis. Thank you so much for the super chat.
350.
An old handy girl's been a member for 9 months, and I'm definitely. But then this came down. When I went to check Ernesto Williams to see what was going on in his case, I saw this document file and I was like, Shannon, time's out. You're going to have to wait. By this time, everybody done talked about him anyway. So, I mean, what do you do when you got a job and you got to work the job? It is what it is. All right. So, I'm going to post this on my wall. All right. Let me say hi to some of y'all real quick.
Let me try
to Shannon is real second. One thing for sure though, when they do these videos, they always tell you to hit that to describe. No, that's just the initial asking price. You know how.
Wait a minute. Let me try to get through here.
As said, Ernesto is the drama that keeps on giving forever and a day. Do you? I giggle a little on the inside too when I play Dre. Because he was so serious. He was like, one thing for sure, though. When they do these videos, they always tell you to hit that to describe and like button. They so country. It's cute, though. I'm not, like, bashing them for their, country. It's just cute. All right, y'all. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Did you guys hit the like button? Okay, we've been in for 6 minutes here. Yeah, it was a lot of zeros behind this, like 50 million.
So I'm trying to get to the part about with this truck here.
Why? You know what?
I'm trying to get to that part, guys.
So what is going on today with Ernest Williams? Y'all ready for this? So today, at approximately 2:03 p.m. on April 21st, the state did a notice of filing a supplemental exhibit to the state's motion to dismiss defendant's motion to suppress vehicle search for lack of standing. And remember, we went over that motion to dismiss because what was alleged is that Shirley Strawberry didn't even get this car for you. I mean, didn't even sign all this stuff for you. They said if Shirley Strawberry were to testify, she would basically say that he was able to obtain this truck by fraud. But let's get into it. Comes now the state of Georgia banned through the undersigned counsel and gives notice of filing the supplemental exhibit to the state's motion to dismiss defendant's motion to suppress vehicle search for lack of standing that was filed on January 24th of 2025. The state previously submitted that it expects that if called as a witness in this matter, Shirley Strawberry would testify that the defendant purchased a Ford F-350 vehicle and registered it in her name without her knowledge or consent. On April 18th of 2025, the state received documents in response to a request issued to Westlake Financial Services, a financial services company offering automotive financing. Those documents include a motor vehicle credit application and a retail installment contract executed in connection with the purchase of the Ford F-350 at issue in the defendant's suppression motion. The documents falsely and fraudulently purport executed by Miss Strawberry and include at least 5, for my bilingual intellects, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 forged electronic signatures made in her name. See OCGA section 16-9-93 sub D and 16-9-121 sub A sub 1. The vehicle credit application lists Miss Strawberry's telephone number at the time the application was executed as 678 redaction. This telephone number is unknown to Miss Strawberry and has never belonged to her. A search of law enforcement databases reveal that this telephone number currently belongs to or previously belonged to a subject identified as Alicia Joliet Alexander, a known associate of the defendant. Y'all want to know what else the application had that they are alleging is not right? Are you guys hitting that like button? Huh? All the documents. The application further lists Miss Strawberry's email as redacted. This email address is unknown to Miss Strawberry and has never belonged to her. The application further lists Miss Strawberry's employer as Premier Networks. We all know she worked for Steve Harvey and them. Premier, is that where the network is? I don't know. Premier Networks with the telephone number 770 blankety blankety blank because it's redacted. A search of law enforcement database indicates that this telephone number is not associated with Premier Networks. Moreover, Premier Network is headquartered in Sherman Oaks, California, and presumably would not use a telephone number with the 770 area code, which serves the Atlanta metro area. So basically, Premier Network is in California. Why would they have an Atlanta area code? Duh. It's basically what they're saying. She works for iHeartRadio.
Okay, so we got Ernesto. We've got stuff still coming out about him, where he had allegedly forged Shirley Starberry's name to get that truck and other stuff. So even though Shirley Starberry has divorced him, stuff is still coming out that he did behind her back. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. $160 likes, 116 in the chat. Thank you, Linda. So even after she has divorced him while he's still in jail, stuff is still coming out that he stole from her. Now they're coming out that he did forge her name on a couple of different documents. He was cold. And then the woman that he had, the other woman that he had. So I don't know if she maybe allegedly was playing like she was Shirley, getting these documents signed. They got the wrong phone number, wrong place of employment. So was he putting a different name down for her place of employment? So when they call, somebody else answers the phone and said she worked there. So he couldn't give Steve Harvey show or iHeart because then Shirley would find out. So all this stuff that Shirley thought it was on his own was really through her without her knowing. I tell you, you got to watch these men. Just because you married to somebody, like I say, you don't know that person. Look at Shirley Starberry, married to this man. He had other wives. He was committing bigotry. Is that right? Bigotry, I think, yeah. Where he was married to multiple women. So he never got a divorce from the other women. He would just go on to marry somebody else. But I thought they supposed to check that. Before you get married, they check to make sure that you're not, got, other wives and things like that. The first wife he had, he never divorced her. So it's just a lot. This man, I tell you, you can't trust nobody. Look at all this stuff that he did. He was still married to his first wife and another lady, and then married Shirley. I tell y'all, these men are something else. So you think you know somebody, but you don't really know them. Just saying. Just saying. Now I kind of put that there. Thank you again, she. Thank you, Linda. And if you guys have other clips of things that y'all want to send me, go ahead and send them to me. Just let me know. And I will talk about them as well. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think Shirley Starberry learned her lesson about marrying people she don't know nothing about? Just saying. Also, guys, I do want to talk about Porsha. She is on the thumbnail. Porsha is on the thumbnail. Do y'all think that Porsha wants Dennis back now that her and Simon are going through a divorce? Or do you think she's just doing this to, for a storyline or just to start something with Drew? And do y'all think the other women on the show are picking sides? Because Angela seems like she likes Drew, but the other women like Britt and them seem like they don't like her. Now, Shamia, I see, is on the fence. Her and Kelly. So, do you think they're picking sides? So, let's take a look at this, guys. Because I'm trying to figure out why didn't they want Drew to come on the trip to Nashville? But then when somebody invited her, which was Angela, all of them act like they got an attitude about that. Why? Are they siding with Porsha, the OG? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Is everybody siding with Porsha? So let's take a look here. So let's take a look here, guys. I want to see what's going on here. Why don't they want Drew to come on this trip? And then when Angela goes and invites her, everybody act like they got an attitude. So let's take a look. Okay, that's a little bit too much. Okay, guys. I just want to find this one more clip of Porsha. Give me 1 second here. Oops. Wait 1 second. Here we go. Okay, here's the clip I want to show y'all of Porsha. I think Porsha has a problem with Drew being with Dennis. But like I said, this could be a storyline.
I'm glad you made it. I appreciate everything you went through this morning. And I'm gonna need us to turn up. No, we're gonna turn.
Okay, guys, why don't she want Drew on this trip? Why can't they just talk about whatever the problem is? She already explained that she don't want Dennis in that way. But why can't Porsha let this go? What is the problem? Okay, Jacqueline said, in my opinion, Shirley had to suspect something wasn't right with him. Yes. You said, wait a minute. You said Dennis don't have enough money? Dennis don't have enough money for Porsha. Well, I think, y'all don't think Dennis does pretty good? Because Porsha was going to marry him at one time. So y'all don't think Dennis got enough money to be with Porsha? She got a baby by him. So why do you not think that? Hello, April Nicole. 173 likes, 109 in the chat. Thank you guys for the likes. I very much appreciate it. Bernice said, I think it's her storyline. Okay, so y'all don't think that Porsha, now that she's going through a divorce with Simon, y'all don't think she wants to be back with Dennis? Because in the beginning, she was acting like that she, that her and Dennis was hanging out and stuff like that. I thought they were trying to get back together. Wait a minute. You said she was with Dennis until she found somebody else with money. Okay. All right, my tea sipper. Okay, you said that's because she got a baby by him don't mean anything. Okay. Let me see what else y'all saying. You said Porsha just being nasty. I'm not feeling hot at all. She could have stayed her ass off the show. No, I'm not siding with her. You're not siding with Porsha? Okay. You said Porsha looking for a man with money and nothing more. You said Porsha? You said doing too much to just have came back. I'm not feeling her. Okay, you're not feeling Porsha? Okay. So do you like Drew then, Cindy G? Do you like Drew then? Do you think Drew was in the wrong for working with Dennis without telling Porsha? You said no. Okay. So do you think there's any resolution here? Is there any resolution between Drew and Porsha? You said Porsha forgets about the skeletons in her closet. You said Porsha just being petty. Because y'all know Drew is the ambassador for her naked hair. So they had some type of friendship for her to let her be the ambassador for her here. But I just don't think that this is so petty to me. If she not with Dennis, right? Her and Drew are they were supposed to be friends. Do I think Drew would try to go with Dennis? In my opinion, I don't think so. I don't think that Drew wants that type of drama. I don't think Drew wants the drama. You said both Drew and are being petty for a storyline. Okay. You said Porsha don't want Dennis, but she doesn't want anybody else to have him. I can see that, Cindy. I can see that. Because her daughter is the only child that Dennis has, and I don't think that, in my opinion, that she would want Dennis to get with somebody else and have another baby either. Because she wants her daughter, is her name Pilar or PJ, to be the only one. Now, I like Porsha. Now, I do. I like Porsha. I like Drew. I like all of them. I don't have any favorites. I'll call any one of them out, like Kelly. Now, I'm still on the fence with Kelly, though. I'm still on the fence with Kelly. Because she like mess, too. You see, you think all three of them was playing in our face? Okay. You said Porsha is very aware of Dennis being in the streets. That is no secret. Okay. But my whole thing is this: if Dennis is out here making money, she got a baby by him, I don't see what the problem is. He needs to make money and be able to help her take care of PJ. I'm assuming, But I don't know, y'all. Angela, I don't know. She keeps playing both fields to me. She keeps playing both sides. Now, I'm going to have to put Angela on the fence over there with Kelly because I don't know which way one of these ladies are going here. Like I said, the newbies are coming off real hot, real fast. I don't know what's going on here. You said it's been alleged that Quad has been fired from Married to Medicine, allegedly. They said some people, they said some couples that got fired too. Not just, now I can believe that because they said some people got fired from there. So I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. I'm starting to get that these people on these reality shows, it's coming off more like of a storyline than reality. Let me know what y'all think. Because I got that vibe from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Also from Married to Medicine. Now I'm getting the same vibe from Roa as well. That they're using it, things for storylines. Because they don't want to tell their truth. That's just my opinion of what I think. But, let me know y'all opinion. I did want to talk about the past. They need to recast. You see, everybody from Kingdom Reign needs to go. Yes. I think they should start off with some fresh people that really are millionaires for Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's what I think. Allegedly, they say they are millionaires. I don't see it. That's just my opinion. We all can have an opinion. Well, before I know that Dr. Heavenly and Carlos King was talking about coming out with a dating show. They was going to try to find him somebody. You said they flip-flop too much, baby girl. Yes. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with Angela. I don't know who she for. I don't know who she for. She, 1 minute she, with Porsha, then the next minute she with Drew. I don't know where this is going here. I don't know who's with who. Let's see. You said everything you're saying is right. They're not living their reality. They don't want it out, so that's why they should be gone. Yes. If you don't want reality show, I'm sure they tell you that what you got to do and your contracts and everything like that. If you don't want your business or your marriage exposed, and y'all ain't right, I don't think y'all should come on TV. Even though it's for the money, more damage could be done worth more than money. You see, baby girl said, in my opinion, they're helping. Everyone is helping. Let's see. In my opinion, they are all helping. Wait a minute, helping each other out with that storyline. Yes, that's what I see. I don't think nobody's telling the truth. Do I think Drew and Porsha are really into it? 50-50. Now, I do think what's going on with Brett and Kenya is real. You see, everybody on world seems fake to me. I can't even get into it. Okay. Yeah, I think they're doing storylines now. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. Hello, Crystal, my member and tea sipper. Hello, hello, hello. Especially Kimmy jumping on Mel at the reunion for talking about something that's already out. Right. And Kimmy and Nell and Mel, Maurice, and Kristen have been really, really quiet. I don't know what this is about, but they've been quiet. Good evening. Good evening, Crystal. Good evening. All right, guys, we've been on here for an hour, almost 2 hours now. I've been on for an hour and 53 minutes. I will be back later on the night and we're going to talk about some other stuff. I was going to show the clip with the pastor and his wife, the first lady, where she says that she knows her husband has a side chick. She irons his clothes and everything to get him ready for his date with the side chick. So I want to hear more of what she got to say. There's no way. Like I said, I thought it was maybe a shorter young man, but we just got these stupid women. Just dumb. Let's see here. I think they do anything to stay on the show at this point. Then Bravo checks are, and those Bravo checks are good. Yes. Yep, them checks are good to them. 181 likes and 101 in the chat. Thank you. All right, guys, let me go ahead and get out of here. But let me see what's going on these YouTube streets, and I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. If you just came in, please make sure you give a thumbs up on your way out. If you are new to my channel, I would love to have you as a new subscriber. So think about becoming a subscriber or think about becoming a member to support the channel. Also, I will see you guys in a couple of hours. Be safe. Bye-bye for now.
Mm-hmm.